Giggs, of course, rifled in a free kick for Wales on Wednesday. The 1,800 or so Manchester United fans who officially got tickets today will be hoping that something similar is about to occur.
He certainly looks as if he's setting up for a strike. If you look at the top of the screen there, they've got 4 against 3 at the back post. Manchester United, 4 red shirts against the 3 white.
Giggs goes for goal, Wall does well. Now Ince looking to the left, and Cantona clip that surprised Lukic because it was very much overhit. Whelan, plenty of runners inside of him. Masinga. Wallace, up comes Gary Kelly from right back. Giggs trying to keep him company. 2 of them already, the young brigade have had terrific tussles in earlier matches this year. Kelly's throw. Speed trying to flick it on. Hughes judged it well, McClare, and now Kanchelskis. Well, as I said earlier, he's done damage to Leeds in each of the last 3 seasons, and that was an opportunity.
I think centre-backs are going to come and clean that out and header it, because if they don't, the people like Mark Hughes do that. But McClare's is a chance. I think his first touch let him down, but from then on it was always a difficult angle from Andrei Kanchelskis. I know he did score from about that range against Nottingham Forest a little earlier, but the angle's always difficult, and McClare's was definitely the best chance.
Still 1-0 to Leeds United. Giggs, Cantona. Overall coming a long way to be with him. Cantona holds him off. And slips Speed. Going to need some help now. He doesn't get it. Wallace. Speed, that's too strong. Back from Bruce. Worthington. McAllister. He did well to withstand that and get the pass away. David Ellery letting the game go on when he could have penalised the Manchester United man. White. Hughes coming to give Manchester United an outlet. Kanchelskis. Speed dropping back to try and give Worthington some help. Giggs with the freedom to work across from the left-hand side. Hughes, Cantona. There's nobody on the left, in fact, for the Reds. Nudged off well by Whelan to White, trying to slip it through for Masinga.
I just don't think we can keep this pace up this game. I'd love to think we could. No, certainly not for 90 minutes.
May. Well, Cantona sometimes goes far post and scored with a header against Wimbledon in Manchester United's last game. Had just come out to the edge of the area for a ball rolled into feet. May didn't see him. Kelly carrying the fight forward, very much in the manner of Leeds United on this evidence. Speed. McAllister. Kelly trying to make a better angle. And of course, Leeds won the championship with a very direct style. It's a more measured approach, you feel, from Howard Wilkinson's men this season. Times change, tactics change. Kanchelskis. Hughes. Giggs was waiting and was free. This time it's Palmer picking up the pace. And on he goes. speed. Oh, the midfield markers are having a torrid time. Wallace. A dive. Ince applauds the referee for allowing the game to go on.
There are no midfield markers in this game, man. The game is just flowing from end to end.
Cantona out juggling. Palmer.
Almost. As if they needed reminding. There was a man on the half-hour mark. Just a reminder to say, don't imagine that I'm dead and buried and we're dead and buried. Wonderful skill. Choked the shot just a fraction into the ground.
Well, he is one of the game's smoothest operators, and Howard Wilkinson had him here for around 9 months.
Just looking at the bench, it looked like they were having words with Brian Deane. I don't know whether there's something wrong with either Whelan or Masinga. Deane's certainly coming on.
It's David White, in fact. Half an hour gone, White is hurt. Brian Deane played in the opening game of the season, but then fell foul of an infected elbow. But there was the feeling here that he was going to be left out in any case to allow Masinga a run. Well, he's back now. Masinga, I can tell you, isn't 100% fit himself. Goes. Oh, Weatherall again. It's another missed kick, and it just nearly floated in.
Well, he may not be fit, the Masinga, Mark, but that doesn't stop him climbing and making a nuisance of himself. And that's exactly what he did in this situation. Gets up there, doesn't get a clean header on it, but look how difficult he's making it for Steve Bruce. Weatherall turns on it, completely mishits it again, and look at that. Almost drops in the top corner.
Well, Brian Deane has gone, perhaps surprisingly, into the David White position, right-hand side. The Manchester United left, a drop of the shoulder from Ryan Giggs. It's not a familiar role for Deane, but he has had his moments, of course, in the past against Manchester United. Remember the very first Premier League goal scored by Deane for Sheffield United then, and they beat Manchester United, Bramall Lane, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I think that also Howard Wilson won't want to change too much, Mark. I think it's a blow to them that they've lost David White. They were looking good, they were looking confident. They've had to make a change. Now, one change, OK, wouldn't want to tinker too much.
Might just be regretting now that he didn't have Gordon Strachan as a substitute. Strachan is fit.
I'm sure he is, but you don't know, do you?
Gordon is now responsible for some coaching as well here. And looking very managerial down in the dugout. Sign of things to come.
Very dapper.
May. Wellington should have this under control. John Lukic only got as far as the 5th game of last season before he lost his place. It's game number 5 today, of course. He's out for nearly 5 months.
I mean, the one thing Brian Deane does give them, the obvious thing, is an extra 6'3" up there. If anyone wants to launch a ball over him and Dennis Irwin, then they can do.
Just as we were saying, they're not quite as direct. Of course, they have the ammunition now to play some longer balls, particularly from left to right.
I mean, I'm sure at half-time, if they haven't already done so, Nigel Wellington on the ball now, Martin. Further up the field will be told, if you get a chance, then look for that diagonal ball for Brian Deane on Dennis Irwin. Test him a little bit.
Palmer. Here's Giggs. Clare moving through the middle. Hughes. Cantona. Here's McClare. Minutes to go to half-time. Ryan Giggs to take the corner. chance for us to catch up on the news of David White's injury from Nick Collins.
Well, Martin, David White's damaged his left ankle, possibly the ligaments. He's being examined by the club doctor at this moment.
Thanks, Nick. White did have ankle surgery at the end of last season. One can only hope that that's not a continuation of that problem. Weatherall. Whelan. Kanchelskis. The threat very quickly recognised. Several quarters, Howard Wilkinson will be pleased with Noel Whelan working back. Although Rod Wallace and Nigel Worthington have rather been able to cope.
The effort they've put in has been fantastic. Both sets of players, not just Leeds. It's been physically and very demanding opening 35 minutes.
By Massinger. Clever nudge by McClare. Hughes, that's handball. Not given. Giggs. Lovely work from him again, and expert handling by Lukic. Otherwise, that question of whether it was handball really would have been opened up.
Well, it would have been furious, but this is much better from Ryan Giggs, isn't it? Makes a space, goes one way, jinks the other, and really hits that with some venom. That's a much better strike. Felt the earlier chance warranted the same type of treatment.
And the goalkeeper, who, like Peter Schmeichel, has 2 championship medals. Lukic, of course, one here and one with Arsenal. Well, he's taking it all in and wondering perhaps how he's going to adjust things at half-time, or whether it's just a case of believing in his own strike force.
I think the latter. I don't think there's too much he can do.